Flosstube. This is Gleeza from Made with Glee, and I decided to do something a little different today because I'm a crazy, disorganized person. So if I don't put a video up, I don't know when I will. So I'm starting with Save the Stitches. McKenna, I don't know what you said. But I told you guys about my aunt who goes hunting for finds in thrift stores and always buys cross stitch and brings it for me or for her house. So I got this gorgeous piece of needlework. The frame alone is just stunning, but I also like the two birds. So this was gifted to me from her, so I really have to hurry up and finish her samurai. Anyway, from here on, I'm going to give you a brief tour of my craft room. We'll discuss. So, this is my craft room, the entrance. There's a bunch of junk on the door. And when you walk in, more family, baby, picture stuff. And we're walking straight into the craft room, and this is what it looks like. And I'm closing the door and stepping back a little bit, and I'm sorry if you get dizzy, but I'm going to make a turn. Okay, we start from behind the door. So that's a door. Behind it I have a shoe bag that is filled with all sorts of random stuff. I mean pipe cleaners, ribbons, glues, tapes, plastic bags, things to hang, I don't know, there's just glue guns, everything. Then we have some hooks, and on those hooks there are bags filled with stuff. There's a bag filled with bags for garbage, a bag filled with foam, a bag filled with cross-stitch fabric, nothing special, just, you know, Ada, and I'm an Ada girl, that kind of stuff. The bag is from the cross-stitch cupboard, which is my local needlework store. Going up, we have ribbons, which is a disorganized mess. We have a picture that my nephew, my cousin made for me with my nephew's footprints. Oh, there is Steve Aoki. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a famous DJ. What do they call that? I can't remember. Anyway, my husband promoted a show for Steve Aoki, and I got to make the cake that he throws at people during his shows. So he signed a poster for me thanking me for his cake. So that's Steve Aoki. He got displaced from the wall, and he's on the floor for right now. The bookshelf. Okay. This bookshelf has a lot of crochet books, a lot of knitting books, a lot of cake decorating books, drawing books, some specialty paints down there like enamel and fabric paints separated. We have also some bags. These are projects I have not started yet, but I've kitted them up. Knitting projects, there's needles sticking out, a crochet project I want to start. And I want to do, in that coffee knit repeat bag that came from Knit Picks, has my next $5 in Paris sweater kitted up, ready to go. Above is baskets with more crap. Yarn. Things that need to be put away, such as Calories Don't Count at Christmas, my gnome, just little random Christmas stuff. Headed this way now, up the wall. Oh, wait. Okay, so above that, up the wall. There's a painting I did, I don't know how many years, over 10 years ago. The Hindu gods and goddesses. That is one of my inheritance from my grandmother. She didn't have much to give, as in property and stuff like that, but she did that, like collaged it herself, so I took it. It's all her religious stuff is split up between all my relatives, and I took that one just because she glued all the stuff together herself. Heading over, just like another random artwork thing. I was gonna write something on there, and I just haven't figured out what I want, what the message I want it to be, so it's blank, and it's up there because that's where I want it to be. This piece of needlework is another piece that my aunt found in a thrift store, and she gave it to me. She doesn't like the style. She's I told you she's into Asian ladies, but she gave it to me. I pulled off the paper on the back, and it was stitched in 1949 by someone named Maurer, I believe the last name, or something like that. I can't remember. I think I Instagrammed it anyway, but it's from 1949, and I think it's awesome, and I love the colors, so it's on my wall. Something I painted in like 2002 randomly. That was like a paint by number kit. I just happened to like the design, so it's up there. This is an under storage bag, under the bed storage bag that I filled with all of my number 10 crochet threads that I use for like doilies. Yes, I do like doilies. Trimmings and stuff like that. I use it for earrings, things. Anyway, it's thread and it's all packed in there, and then I made my husband like screw something and you hang it and he puts some screws underneath for support. So that's the wall of threads, and we continue with embroidery threads. This is from my Janome embroidery machine. I have a bunch of threads there. We have more regular sewing threads, and that's for use, and there's Nani Bear. That's for use on my sewing machine. It's a sewing cover that I made myself. I love all the fabrics. I craft so hard I sweat glitter, shine all day, girl boss, etc. I have a Singer Futura. Cover was made for that. That is, I saw this on YouTube. It's an embroidery hoop with fabric pockets, and I use it to store my pick and things that I should have put away, like scissors and stuff. I usually hang them there. So they're all right next to my sewing machine when I'm sewing. Okay. I'm showing you guys my real craft room, the way it is on a regular basis with the mess. There's stuff on the floor and I don't care, but this is it. Last week, and I'm in the process of cleaning up, last week I made 6 more Nani bears from my grandmother's nightgowns for her great-grandchildren that live in Canada and in New York. So this is the leftover, I don't know, these are the scraps. I hate to throw stuff away. I don't know. It's in a bag right now. Maybe I'll cut it up and put it in a jar. I give it to people. I don't know. There's the rest of her nightgowns, and yes, I used some random box to hold the pattern. Someone had asked in one of the videos what pattern it was. I don't have the envelope, but it's Simplicity 5247. Simplicity 5247. It has like a couple bears. That's the pattern that I use for making my Nani bear. So these things have to be put away soon, and I'll show you where I'll be putting all of my mess. Yeah, see, like little lace and stuff. I hate to throw it away. It's my grandma. Everything reminds me of her. On this side of the sewing machine, I have stuff I was just recently working on. Cross stitch. It's just hair. It doesn't belong here. That's where it is for right now. Sewing machine. Okay, so sewing machine's on top. Underneath, I have a heavy duty Singer. Random crap that needs to be organized a lot better, but it's all sewing related stuff like binding, elastics, extra bobbins, cording, pins, stuff like that. It's all in the door. And the door in the sewing machine stays open because guess what? I hide all my paints behind it. I have tons of paints. I used to do murals and stuff, and I used to do craft shows and sell painted stuff. I still do on Etsy, but yeah, I hide my paints there. And one of the reasons why you're not going to see a lot of progress on me, because I have really a lot of sewing projects going on right now. You're going to see under this table, and it's crazy. These are all Indian clothes, saris, the and shalwars and things like that that I have to do repairs to. So they're all there. I was working on, prior to my family visiting from Canada and me sewing 6 Nani bears, I was sewing some things, table runners and placemats, like piecing and quilting them together. I'm really trying to learn how to do freehand quilting with my sewing machine. So these are just some things I was working on. Thanksgiving fall theme. This one I'm not sure how to do diagonal binding. Yeah. So I'm still in the process of piecing this together. It's another table runner, Christmas theme. I love the fabric. I think this is going to be downstairs in my house. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm making that. And so that's all the stuff on the chair that usually I sit on and I stitch or crochet or... And look, I have so much crap on here. I'm sorry. I'm ranting and I'm babbling, but I hope you guys don't mind. Okay, so continuing our craft room tour. The wall behind the chair has all the threads. There is another board with like random crap. Again, things I should have put away or I was using for something else, started something, didn't finish, whatever. Another painting I did, trying to be Bob Ross. I love Bob Ross. All of my, what are these things called? The loop knitting stuff, the different sizes, frames and stuff. I do knit and I like making the little hats and stuff. I've done hats on them. So they're all there and they're hanging on the wall until I decide I want to store them somewhere else different. But I like color and I like seeing color and I like seeing things that I have to inspire me. Cutting stuff. There's a bag with a ongoing knitting project. I'll probably show that to you guys in another video. It's a shawl that I'm making that's in that bag. That was a pot holder or something I was making. Cutting stuff for my quilting and sewing. And then we go on to the IKEA shelves. Okay, starting all the way on the top, we have 2 baskets of yarn. I put them up there and I cover them with like a fat quarter, like a simple plain no print, you know, just something I'm not going to use. I cover them up there with, so they don't get dusty or anything like that. No plastic, so it's breathable, and I've had no problem storing my yarn that way. Shelf, top shelf, has painting books, has some assorted random, well, drawing, it mainly has to do with like drawing and specialty pencils and stampers and things like that. I do have a few cross-stitch kits that couldn't fit anywhere. These were the frame things that I bought each one at Joann each time at a 40% off coupon. So I have all like 3 of them that I like. So those are up there. They couldn't fit anywhere else. Second shelf, we have tons of fabric, fat quarters, flannel, all kinds. I use them to make project bags for myself. I use them for my quilting and piecing. I like fat quarters. I like sewing. So yeah, there's fabric. Below that, we have my unfinished alien. He has no legs, but hey, that's the type of species he is. So he's just hanging out there. He likes to just, you know, be around. There's some quilting related sewing things above. He's hanging onto a box full of extra sewing threads. Below that box, in the green box, is sewing notions, such as more bobbins, Velcro, things that I should have been moving from the the door of the sewing cabinet into here, and you know, I replace and move. Then a little to the corner here, I have several of the projects that I would like to work on soon, next, whenever, you know. These are my like Dimensions Gold collection, some needlework stuff, baby things that I had wanted to make for my sons that are now old, but just gifts that were given to me, things that I would like to stitch are there. This bag has some stamped pillowcases that I have to work on, and maybe in my next video I'll explain and show you about that. Going down to the floor. Okay, you know, we hide our crap on the floor down below, so get ready, guys. Okay, we have crap. Here I have a sweater here that I'm using as measurements for a knitted sweater I want to do. I have a crochet amigurumi doll thing in progress. There's some more dimension kits and just things I want to start. There's a whole bag of them. Oops, I dropped the sweater on the floor, but you know what, who cares? Anyway, so there's a bag of other kits I want to start. The bag in front has my Linen and Threads mystery sampler. I started it, like I said, but I am no way keeping up. I am so far behind, so I'm thinking I'm just going to go for it from January of next year. It's already started. It's there. I have all the materials. I like it. So yeah, that's going to get done next year. So that's there for now. I need to put it away. In the cabinets. Oh, I hate to open these cabinets. It's scary. I have so much stuff. Oh, do I do it? Okay, here goes. Just a little peek. More fabrics, and then there's all my Go Baby quilting cutting stuff. Another box of notions, and for like all the different sewing things. I do quilting for like house stuff, but I also do like I like making bags, and I like different projects, sewing clothes itself. And we're just gonna peek because I'm afraid everything's gonna fall. That's all full of fabrics. The drawers I'm not gonna go into. Some of them have personal stuff, but the top one I believe has stuff for like my embroidery machine. Oh, and then there's more of the stamped pillowcase thing that I have to work on. I'll tell you about it. Works in progress. Things that I was painting I'm not done with, you know, whatever. We'll get to my painting stuff later. Anyway, this entire shelf, all of that, that's all cross stitch. That's all cross stitch magazines, patterns, and at least the last 3 boxes have kits that I want to work on, that I want for myself. So yeah, so that's all cross stitch stuff. Going up, pictures of my kids and my husband and me. These are patterns. McCall, Vogue's, Simplicity, all of my sewing patterns are in these boxes. I have some specialty threads that I use for different things in those 2 boxes. This bin is full of buttons. One of them has extra needles. I have like a vintage box from like the 1950s, like a candle box in there full of like old school steel doily type needles, little scrap things, not scrap, but little projects I've made, I sewed, I put them in there. We have felt, we have some dolls to crochet, we have some painting stuff, and what's in the bin? Oh, that bin has vintage laces and trims that I inherited. Grandma and another aunt and different stuff. Okay, keep going up. So you see in the first 2, 3, that's another 4 bins of yarn up there. We have a vintage knitting needle case that my aunt found and bought for me. More threads. 2 suitcases of cross stitch. Yes, more cross stitch. We have kits in these 2 suitcases. All baby and all wedding and things I would do as gifts for other people. So whenever somebody's having a baby, I pull out my stash and say, hey, which one do you want? Or wedding or vice versa. So yeah, so that's up there. Alright, back to the middle shelf. Okay, so yeah, so we're going this way now. We have here more craft stuff. things I've made. There's like more trim and lace. I have a whole box full of like my products that I sell or used to sell or maybe selling again, whatever. Crochet things and beaded eyeglass chains and different things I had. Anyway, so they're all stored up there. Knitting needles, all my knitting, I can't talk. All my knitting needles are there. There's a random thing of paintbrushes that shouldn't be here, so let me just move that out of the way. Knitting needles are all stored there. And some more projects that I would like to start, but you know, yeah, you know how knitting it goes. It takes a while. Some more giant needles, projects, things, just different types of yarn that are up there. Then we have all crochet books and knitting books and crochet patterns and knitting patterns and a bunch of assorted random things. Yeah, that's just me, random things. The cabinet right beneath that, I store things I sell on Etsy. The one below that has, I can't even get to it, has all sorts of jewelry and stuff. These are things I'm working on. I base coated and stuff, painting for what I have to paint. Going this way now, oh boy. I can't believe I'm showing you guys my craft room like this. This is so exposing. Okay, we have some sentimental things on top, monkeys. There's things I made for Etsy, my wand from when we went to Harry Potter's world. Just random things up there. The next one has things that are in my Etsy shop, and behind that has all sorts of yarn, some more crochet books. This is all I have on Little Mermaid, guys. I'm considering putting it away. I love Little Mermaid. I want to stitch this so badly, but it's so finicky. It has blending threads, all of that stuff, so yeah. I tend to work with the other projects, so I might just move this from the stand. So this stand is here for now, but it pulls up to the chair when I need to. Down here I have all sorts of painting, art, books, sketch pads, things I filled, and, you know, I just keep things, you know, you draw stuff. I keep my books. What am I going to do with them? I'm going to have to throw them out. So they're there. I was working on something that I'm going to show you guys maybe in another video. So there's a cactus. Yeah. So that's that corner shelf. Then we turn and we head this way, and this is where stuff you don't ever see in my videos. More yarn! Woo! Look at all this yarn this girl has. She's crazy, right? I know. I'm batshit crazy. Okay. Sentimental teddy bears, they hang out there. They keep me company. My head. Everybody needs a head, right? You just have to have random heads in your house. There's a man, he's like turned away, he's mad at her, whatever. So, yeah, more yarn. I try to sort them by project use, like, you know, baby yarn, things I'd use for sweaters or scarves and shawls. Then here is my painting go-to everyday, the main, you know, like folk art paints and stuff. So yeah, it's a spinny rack. There's my lady that I use for dressmaking and stuff like that. The printer cabinet, the printer's supposed to be on that, but it's it keeps all of my shipping supplies for my Etsy shop. Of course, you'll see stuff. Alright, right now we're backing up so you can get that view. And we're turning, and there is my chair where I sit and do whatever. Printer. Okay, and this is my desk. And you're seeing the mess the way it is. It is a hot mess. I was doing stuff. I was stitching. This is the last thing I stitched on. So that's there. That's where I watch you guys make my videos from. Paintbrushes, like my water bucket, just random stuff. That's another knitting project I was working on. Some wood stuff for me to use. My husband put the biggest TV in the world up here, I swear. I asked him for a TV. I didn't need a big TV. A small TV would be fine. No, he put a big TV up there. Like, okay, whatever. So the TV's there. I have this stand. Um, it has a hard drive on there that I use specifically for embroidery, and it's connected to my embroidery machine, and I pull it out when I need it, whatever. Okay, so here's the paint thing, because when I paint, okay, up here, my pencils and stuff, there, okay. I am so disorganized right now. I was looking for something, so there's a stitchy thing up there. This has stitchy, crochet, crafty things and papers and patterns and things that still need to be sorted. Hoops, ornament things, whatever, they're there. These bins, you get them from Michael's or whatever. I bought them when they're on sale. One has like all my blank towels, pot holders, and stuff like that, the cross stitch. One has all my minis, and two of the boxes has, one has projects I've started and never finished, or they're not UFOs, but I started them. They were starts, but they're not active whips. Another has things I want to start. Actually, two of them have more things I want to start. Then on this side has my flosses. The top box is all the flosses that still need to be bobbinated and put into those boxes, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Down there, yeah, just crap. With a step ladder, because I'm short and I can't reach it, so there has to be a step ladder in the room. More paintbrushes, things I'm working on. And then this is going to be really quick because this is scary and it's horrible and it's embarrassing, but this is my closet of shame. It has so much shame. Sorry for the language, you guys, but I mean, it's so much stuff. I have stuff. Hopefully it's organized stuff, but yeah, there's more yarn. There's yarns that I use specifically for like the amigurumi thingies, so they're there. I have special quilted projects that I want to work on in some of those bins. I have binding, more fat quarters, but again, like I try to separate, like, you know, a little bit more things I spend a little bit more spend more money on for myself. I try to keep them away from my other fabrics that I buy on sale that I use for projects, just because, you know, the whole pricing thing. Handles, that's where I keep my big box of fluff. It's up there. So that's why that ladder is there, that step ladder, so I can reach my big box of fluff. And it's actually almost halfway done. I can't believe it's more than halfway done. So I'm going to need a new box of fluff soon. My Knit Picks palettes yarns, photo props are there. And then there's just bins that go all the way down. To at least two of those has dresses for my grandmother. I store Etsy stuff, crochet, knitted stuff there. Wood project things that I'm going to work on. And I have some more fabrics. I inherited a lot of fabrics and trims and stuff like that from my grandmother. And then we go this way, and there is my Janome embroidery machine with two projects, sewing projects I was working on. They're sitting there because, yeah, I started other shit. So, yeah, that's the whole tour of my craft room. I can't believe I did this. So you guys have seen a lot more than a lot of other people have. You have seen the inner workings of a creative mind, my madness, and you've seen it in, I wouldn't say it's a full mess, it gets a lot worse than this, but, you know, this is an active craft workroom where I do things. So I hope you enjoyed my tour. I will be back hopefully soon. I have been working on cross-stitch projects. I do have things to show you. I just making the video, sometimes getting everything together when you're doing all these other things, it's hard. And I've been busy. It's summer. My son's home, all sorts of stuff. Whatever, life. It's life. So this is what my craft room looks like. This is what I've been working on. I will be back with a Flosstube video sometime soon. I hope I haven't made you too dizzy. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my craft room. And thank you for watching. Have a good one, you guys. And I love seeing your videos. I'm watching. I'm trying to be kind and as outgoing as Bev Evanger. Bev and Teddy, who found me in my second video, and I'm trying to leave comments. You know, it's hard. My condolences to her family and friends. She's a very nice lady who, like I said, found me in my second video with positive comments, and I thank you guys who watch and support and comment me for, you know, giving me the opportunity to open up and share a little bit more of me with you. Have a good one, Flosstube. I'll see you guys soon.